Brendan Reardon, Homestead Survival Coach, and today we're going to talk about succession planting. So this bed was planted 3 to 4 weeks ago, mainly by seed. Look how lush this is. This is growing so wonderfully. Zucchini, snap beans, corn, butternut squash. It's beautiful. And what we're going to do today is continue with succession planting because we're in North Carolina now. I'm not in the frozen tundra up north anymore. We have a long season here. We're not even into July yet, and the frost isn't going to come till the end of October, maybe November. So when these beans are done, when these zucchinis are done, something else is going to go in. So today I'm planting a second crop of Roma tomatoes. Each Roma tomato plant will produce about a quart of tomato sauce. So come on over here and we're going to show you how I'm going to plant a second batch. The ones I have now have not quite ripened yet, but they will pretty soon. So again, I'm making a furrow. Here's the Roma seedlings. They're not even that big. And I'm going to start over here. I'm going to make this real simple. We're sitting on a bed of compost, so you cannot just plant in compost. So you have to have some soil. So I bought a few bags of good topsoil. And here it is right here. So I'm simply going to put 1, 2, make a little mound. This is not going to be the furrow type. We're going to make a mound because I want there to be good drainage. Make a gap in there. And at the bottom of the hole, I'm going to put some Espoma Garden Tone, which is good for tomatoes. Just a little bit. And now a little garden lime, which will add magnesium and calcium. Just a little bit. And the secret ingredient is Epsom salt. Peppers and tomatoes love Epsom salt. So that's in the bottom of the hole. I'm going to cover it back up. Make a gap in it. Now normally I would do a furrow, but what's been happening in this section is we didn't have wood chips, we just had compost, which is normally great. It hasn't been draining well, so I'm making this one a little higher. So here we go. Just going to pull out a baby Roma plant, loosen the roots a little, put it in, cover it up. They're about 2 feet apart each, and we should see some tomatoes in about 60 days. So that's as simple as that. We're going to make a whole row of Roma tomato plants. These were seeded a few weeks ago. In fact, I have more seeds that I just seeded the other day. Because we might even get another crop down here in North Carolina. Who knows, the frost might not come here till the middle of November. And that's how we do succession planting. Who says you need to have acres of land to grow your own food? This is our deck here. So we're on our front deck, and I planted some flowers. Look at these beautiful roses here. And we're talking about May 21st here in North Carolina, and it is hot. And what I want to do today is show you how to succession plant, because it's not just about planting once and done. It's about when one crop is done, get a second crop in, maybe a third, maybe a fourth. Today we're going to plant cucumbers, a few different types. Market More cucumber. This is the standard. This grows really well. It is Market More 76. And I've got a few other favorite ones that I've used in the past in my greenhouse. One of them is a Manny Curento cucumber. I have a Manny cucumber. Got a gherkin cucumber and a little leaf cucumber. Now I've already begun to plant some of them. Look at this. This is our 5-gallon bucket system, which you can see in our other videos. And over here I planted several different kinds of cucumbers. I've got Market More and Manny, and I've got gherkin and little leaf. And they came up maybe in 3 days, and they're going to do wonderful. But I'm going to plant more cucumbers. You know why? These cucumbers are so healthy for you. One year we had so many cucumbers growing in our greenhouse that we couldn't sell them at the farm stand. We couldn't give them away. We started juicing them. And when we started juicing them, my wife went to the chiropractor and he tested her antioxidants. And I don't have the exact numbers. I might have them later. but her antioxidants went off the charts. It was an incredible leap just after drinking juicing cucumbers. So we're going to plant cucumbers today. And what I've done here is, this is where we had lettuce. We had romaine lettuce, and I chopped them down, and I'm going to plant the cucumbers over here, right in between the romaine lettuce, and maybe something in the front like basil. And they're going to get trellised up here because they like to grow up high. And just beyond, I want to show you what else we have going on here. Just beyond us over here, this was our garlic bed. And now this has been planted with all sorts of cherry and grape tomatoes. And they're already growing in leaps and bounds. And they're going to be strung up with strings here. I'll show you how to do that too. And we've got some roses going on here. We've got a Carolina Reaper. We've got a Blue Hubbard squash over here. Some more peppers. Carrots are growing fine. We've got, if you look down in here, look at these. This is just all on our deck. So there's really no reason why you can't grow your own food. And over here, we've got our romaine lettuce going to seed. And what I'm going to do here today is I'm going to replace the romaine lettuce. It's going to be succeeded by, this is going to be mainly an herb bed, but in the back there's going to be cucumbers. I'll let them trellis over the top. So what we do here is we just simply cut the romaine lettuce out. I'll put that in my compost pile. If the rabbits get it, fine. They haven't bothered anything so far, so that's great. I like everything nice and neat. So right in between there, this is going to be an herb bed. I don't know what other herbs I'm going to put in here. So far we've got parsley growing. I'm simply going to plant the kale. This kale's been waiting a long time to get planted. I'll put that right in here. I'm going to leave that one lettuce growing. I'm going to leave the roots in here because the roots are good. The roots break down into more compost. This is nice loose soil, so I don't have to do too much digging it up a lot. That should be enough actually. 2 kale will do a lot. 2 kale will do a lot. All right, so these 2 kale are in here. And now I'm going to plant cucumbers. I like this little leaf cucumber. Let's go for it. Let's plant the little leaf in here. Wait 1 second, I'm gonna get my tool. You can stay right there. I can't plant without my tool. It is a Papermate pen. This is what I seed everything with. And cucumber seeds, the general rule is all seeds are planted twice the depth of their length. So these are about 1/4 of an inch, so this should go down about 1/2 an inch. I put them down a little deeper in the summer. So I'm gonna make holes here for them, and they can be planted about 1 foot apart. So I'm gonna get like, well, I'll put 4. I'll put 4 sets in here, and I never plant just 1 seed because what if one doesn't come up? I'll plant a few seeds. So that's what they look like. These are the little leaf cucumber plants, and I'm going to put 2 seeds per hole. You could put 3, whatever you want. You don't have to worry about watering seeds right away because seeds can last indefinitely. They have lasted in the tombs of Egypt for thousands of years, as long as they're not activated. Once a seed is activated with water, then you have to keep watering and watering and watering. But if it's dry, so I could plant these in here and not even worry about watering these for like, a week. But I'm going to water them today because I want them to get activated right away. So there's the little leaves over here. And then I'm going to plant Market More and Corinto. By the way, take a look at this. In the 5-gallon reservoir pot, gallon bucket, these are Sugar Baby watermelons. And right over here, right where we're about to plant over here, you can look at those little ones coming up. Those guys are cucumbers as well. As I said, this is the only place where we're going to plant cucumbers this year. We're not going to be able to get them in our back garden, so we're going to make the most of it. We got a lot of cucumbers coming, and we hope to be able to have so many that we could juice them. But cucumbers are so good for you, and fresh cucumbers or your own organic cucumbers are great. So I'm just going to put one. These were the romaine lettuce, and I'm just going to put cucumber plants right between the romaine lettuce. I'll fertilize again later, but these beds are rich. This is good compost in here anyhow. I'll put a lot of them in there. And I'm going to plant some Market More at the ends, and I'd like to get maybe that Corinto for the middle. So I'll plant the Corinto in the middle. So I made my spot, cover them up. They're about 1 inch or more down, but this is loose soil. It's not going to hurt anything. Actually, nothing went in there. Just put the Market Mores in the corner. So this is our succession planting. We're succeeding today with cucumbers and some kale, and my deck is teeming with life and plants. And pretty soon we're going to have something to harvest too. So we'll keep you posted with that. God bless.